Greetings officers, FiOth here, and in this vid we're going to defeat Birkin, the transformed scientist infected by the G virus, who is actually the first boss in Leon's campaign. So this is by no means a no damage run. I played the game on hardcore from the get-go and it's been a nightmare so far, which is amazing. At last we're getting a challenge. I wasn't quite ready for this boss, and it took me a couple of tries to take him down. What you need to know about Birkin is that he has a weak point, and that is a huge eye on his right arm. But in order for it to open, you have to deal some damage to him in order to get him into a staggered state. His swings and grapples deal tons of damage, like in hardcore. After all, everything can kill you in a couple of hits, but he's actually more manageable than you initially think. First and foremost, he's not moving very fast. Sometimes he will charge you with his pipe, and you can just outrun the whole charge and not take damage whatsoever. The second thing you have to know is that his arena is littered with ammunition and healing items. It might be a good idea to just have him hunt you around whilst you're collecting the consumables you will need to actually win the fight. Here you can see one swing takes me from fine to danger, so I have to heal right away, but luckily there are some herbs around and you can find handgun and shotgun cells as well. I suppose in normal it will be more generous, but if it can be done on hardcore by someone who just started playing the game, I suppose it can be done on normal as well. He has two main forms of attack. One is a grab that can be avoided by using a defensive item, and the other is the swing of his pipe. Variations do exist. Sometimes he will charge, as I said earlier. Sometimes he just goes berserk and swings around him, not aiming at Leon specifically. Sometimes he will just perform swings that don't cover that much distance but are a bit more precise. Suffice to say, any of these attacks, if it connects, can deal an immense amount of damage. So what I suggest is this. First and foremost, loot everything, and don't forget to grab the one grenade that can be found right before the boss fight and have it equipped as a defensive item. If you're grabbed by Birkin, just activate your defensive item to avoid taking damage and damage him in return. Whenever you manage to counter-attack him, you can see me avoiding the pipe here just by sidestepping, just to prove my point about what I was talking about earlier. Back to what we were talking about. When he gets staggered by being counter-attacked by a grenade, a knife, or a flashbang, you can just hammer at him with whatever you have available. The two guns that you'll be using in this fight are your handgun of choice, well, of choice if you have the deluxe edition, and the shotgun. You won't have access to the magnum, you don't have access to the weapon anyway yet, so that's what you'll be using. Deal enough damage in order to open the eye, and then hammer at the eye with everything you have. Grenades will help you with that, but keep them as defensive items, do not use them preemptively. Sometimes, as you can see here, he will just lose me, so you will have to hunt him around yourself, and after a while he will just drop on you, as you can see here, and he will do this little clashy thing where he just falls down and starts moaning. It gives you a couple of seconds to deal a bit of damage, but it's nothing special. The good thing is that when he finds you, he doesn't actually damage you. He just appears and does this dramatic entrance. So keep him close enough so you know where he is, so he doesn't disappear, and keep your eyes on the big blob that he has on his right arm. When open, deal damage to it. When closed, deal damage to Birkin himself and wait until the eye gets exposed by being staggered. Hope this helps you guys. He's not overly challenging, but he's not a pushover either. On hardcore, he just hits the mark of being as difficult as he should. Please note that in this game, if you run out of ammo, that's it. You won't be able to find any. And for bosses like this, having an ammo economy that works is very, very important. I had to replay whole segment of the game because the hardcore mode is so stiff with giving you items and ammo. Primarily because I just killed one licker, and by killing said licker, I didn't have ammo to kill Birkin or to defeat Birkin, let's say, in this first encounter afterwards. So use your ammunition sparingly, be very, very careful, go for weak points when you can locate them on enemies, like this big guy here, and I wish you the best. The game is amazing so far. I have to finish on that note. The games look like a masterpiece. I must be like 25% in, and I will be playing a shitload of it in the following days, covering pretty much everything. So sub, like, and share if you want more content like this. And until next time, be well, stay frosty, and always strive for perfection. Cheers.